farm, family, community. This is Midwest Farm Weekly.
Good morning, I'm Elaine Wells, and welcome to Midwest Farm Weekly. Much of the middle part of our country is in a severe to extreme drought, and it's impacting our Wisconsin farmers as many of our dairy operations send their young cattle to this region to be raised on pasture or feedlots. Without rain, pastures simply are not producing enough grazing land for them to eat. It's leaving farmers with few options on how to feed their cattle. These are large operations, many of them feeding thousands of animals.
I will not sell my cattle. I cannot afford to sell my cattle. I'll feed them and keep them. Several years to get in this situation. It's going to take several years to get out of this situation.
A recent USDA drought map shows Kansas has the lowest pasture conditions in modern history. 21 Wisconsin dairy processors are getting money from the state to improve their business for the purpose of the grants, helping them to foster innovation, improve profitability, and sustain the long-term viability of Wisconsin's dairy processing facilities. A total of $400,000 was available for this year's dairy processor grants. Local winners include Rosewood Dairy in Sturgeon Bay, Safety Fresh Foods in Plymouth, Scoops Ice Cream in Chilton, Widmer's Cheese Cellars in Teresa, and Winona Foods in Green Bay. Wisconsin selected a new Alice in Dairyland. We send our congratulations to Ashley Hagenow, who will serve in the role for our state, which happens to be a full-time communications position through the Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection. She's a native of Poynette, which is located just north of Madison. Hagenow just graduated college and was active in 4-H, FFA, and a number of other agriculture programs. The finals event also serves as a reunion for all of the past Alices. There were quite a few of them, as you see here, to take in the festivities and support the young women vying for the role. Hagenow says she is excited to learn in the year ahead.
So many different emotions. One that really comes to mind is excitement. This whole process as a top candidate has taught me so much about myself, about Wisconsin's agricultural industry, and really just how exciting it is. And in the next year as Wisconsin's 76th Alice in Dairyland, I'm excited to continue sharing that excitement that I have for Wisconsin agriculture and this program all across the state of Wisconsin. I just want to say thank you to everyone who played a part in this process, ranging from the Walworth County Host Committee to various members of the DATCAP staff, the selection panel who played a role in the Alice in Dairyland finals here this week, my fellow top candidates, as well as friends, family, and mentors from near and afar who have been so supportive of me in this journey, and I'm looking forward to what the next year holds.
And at that finals event, we learned that Alice in Dairyland is coming to Door County next year. Corey Geiger is from the planning committee here with a peek ahead to that event. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Elaine. Very excited to be here and talk about Alice.
Yes, well, how exciting to bring this program to that county. For our viewers who don't necessarily know the path to becoming Alice, it moves around the state each year.
Alice in Dairyland has a rich tradition. This will be the 77th Alice in Dairyland finals and the second time in Door County. The last time it was in Northeast Wisconsin was the 70th, when it was actually held by Brown County, in the finals selection for Alice was at Lambeau Field.
Wonderful. Well, talk about the process leading up to it, because it's certainly a big weekend of events when Alice is crowned, but year-round there will be activities featuring Door County.
Well, Alice in Dairyland is Wisconsin's premier agricultural and agritourism spokesperson. She's a media professional, and so the county that hosts, which is Door County now, Alice in Dairyland will be up monthly for visits, and we'll be doing site visits of all the great agricultural products, from cherries to apples to, of course, cheese and everything in between, while Alice in Dairyland's up there, and agritourism as well.
A lot of those events are open to the public. To be determined what they are yet, right? You guys are fast and furious in the planning process. How can people get involved in this process?
Well, we're going to have a social media presence, Alice in Dairyland Finals. Okay. We'll have a website present, and we will be getting the word out as these events take place. And certainly one of the early events is going to be the lavender farms out in Washington Island, because we're going to showcase the entire county.
Talk about opening people's eyes to Door County. It's such a popular destination. I know I'm guilty, though, if I have my 5 stops that I want to make on my trip, and you want to make sure people get out there and see the entire county.
Door County is so unique in Wisconsin. Ranks 44th in population, number 8 in tourism, and there's so much agricultural taking place. What personally, being a member of the Alice Committee, what I'm excited about is showcasing the agricultural products and showcasing those with Alice in Dairyland to the 2 million visitors that come to Door County.
Whoa. I also learned in the early stages of this, Door County is equidistant from the equator and the North Pole. Your team is full of facts.
It's been fun researching this. Yeah, it's about Egg Harbor area is where that point is. It's denotated or marked if you watch it very carefully on 42.
Nice. Well, we look forward to all of the events that come with Door County hosting the Alice in Dairyland Finals in 2024. We'll be sure to connect you with all of their social media channels as soon as they're up and running. Congratulations to your team and good luck on the planning.
Thank you, Emily.
A growing trend has farmers focused not on cows or corn, but crickets. In fact, Wisconsin is now home to a farm raising 2 million of them. This large cricket operation near Madison is owned by Green Bay native Kevin Bachhuber. He started eating crickets on a trip to Thailand and believes it's a way to help fight world hunger. Climate researchers say bugs could be a game changer in the fight to protect the planet. CBS's Tina Kraus explains the role of insects.
Adding some insects to the mix is customary in the kitchen in some parts of the world. Now climate experts think that protein-packed pests could offer a real solution to the global food crisis. Scientists in Germany are not pushing to get the critters on your plate. They see another benefit.
Our interest is to make insects as an alternative for the use of soybean-derived proteins.
Large-scale growth of soybeans has been blamed for extensive deforestation. Since farming insects takes less land and water, these researchers believe bugs could become the livestock feed of the future.
To have a more sustainable production of proteins, we need alternatives, and I see insects as a perfect tool.
Experts also developed a fungi that converts organic waste into a diet for these soldier flies.
And you can make so many things out of insects and to make the world better.
And with insect farming booming around the world, researchers are busy as bees looking for more climate-friendly fixes. Tina Kraus, CBS News.
It is estimated up to 1.2 trillion insects are raised on farms each year as companies race to find a high-protein, low-carbon solution to feed animals and the world's population.
Good morning. I'm Storm Team 5 meteorologist Alexis Staniak. As of Thursday, a pretty severe drought going on in central United States, primarily all the way from Kansas to northern Oklahoma and even some parts of Nebraska feeling that drought. Us here in Wisconsin, that's not the case. We're about 2.5 inches where we should be sitting for this time of year in Green Bay, about 4.5 in Rhinelander and Wausau, and just over 2.5 over in Eau Claire. So soil moisture is okay for most of us here through central Wisconsin, including Green Bay and the Door Peninsula. The further south you go, a little bit dry, but very saturated north of Green Bay, including the UP and Marquette. Now, throughout the next 10 days, doesn't look like we're going to see too much precipitation come through. The good news is there's no more snow. This is all rain. We'll see about 1/2 inch come through for rain here in Green Bay, just over 1/2 inch in Minneapolis and over 1 inch over in Omaha. So I think we stay about equal chances through for precipitation within the next 2 weeks or so. Below normal the further east you go of Wisconsin, above normal in our southeast states as well as in Central America. We will see above normal precipitation throughout the next 2 weeks or so as well. Much warmer as we head into this weekend. We had a little bit of a cooler week this week. 74 for your Saturday, 73 on Sunday, 72 for Monday, and then there comes the warm-up temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s just in time for Memorial Day weekend. We're starting to feel the unofficial start of summer, and we do stay above average as we head into the next 2 weeks as well. The Climate Prediction Center keeps us way above average. Further south you go, a little bit cooler. So temperatures are above average. Precipitation stays at average as we head into the end of May, and it looks like as we head into summer, we have equal chances for above and below average temperatures as well. Stay with us. More ag news coming up after the break.
May is the month set aside to acknowledge, support, and really further educate people about mental health. And in our state, we have a lot of resources designed specifically for agriculture. And Krista Carnegie is here to talk a little bit about those resources and the fact that, Krista, they are being used.
Wisconsin has got a farmer wellness program through the Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection. And our Farm Center team has got some resources that are specifically for farmers and their families to make sure they have access to the tools they need, get the help they need for any type of mental health issues that they may be facing.
Why is it important to have people who not only understand agriculture, but understand the challenges that farmers face and the fact that they are there for them 24 hours a day?
Yeah, so, I mean, we all have some struggles, and just like if you were to break your arm, you'd go see somebody to help you through that or help you fix it, right? Same thing with your mental health. You want to, if there's something that's not right, you want to make sure that you're getting the resources you need. And farmers, we know, are especially a hardworking group, and sometimes access to resources are limited in rural communities. So this program really makes sure that we have counselors that understand agriculture and farming and can connect to farmers, understanding what their work is and the unique challenges that farmers can face.
Let's start with the helpline. People can just simply pick up the phone and connect with someone.
Yeah, a 24/7 hotline, and we've seen much increased usage of that in the past year. So people are knowing that that's available, and anytime you're feeling stressed out, you're a little anxious, we've got somebody with a listening ear to talk to and help you work through that.
You also have a voucher program that is able to connect farmers with mental health professionals in their community. Not only are you handing out more of them, but a high number are being redeemed. Why is that an important link to make?
Yeah, great to see. Again, farmers are asking for the vouchers and they're using them. Yes. That's awesome. Over an 80% redemption rate in the past year. I think we're getting over the stigma of asking for help, and especially around mental health issues. And we're really grateful that people are aware of the services and taking advantage of them and getting the help they need.
Any words of advice? Maybe you're a seed salesperson, or maybe you are somebody who works at the implement. You can play a role in this too. If you notice one of your regular customers not quite themselves, maybe say something, ask how things are going.
Absolutely. The community can get involved. We've got resources available. Contact DATCAP, the Farm Center, learn about the resources, make sure that people know that they're available.
Well, you're going to want to get this number on speed dial because you never quite know when you're going to feel like you need that listening ear and they want to be a resource for you. We'll have contact information on the Farm Center and the numbers to call on our website. That's wearegreenbay.com. You'll click on Midwest Farm from the News tab. Thanks for the work you guys are doing year-round, but especially during this month of May.
Thank you.
Well, Jeremy Hansen here from Fox Valley Technical College for Life on the Farm. And joining me today is Kevin Nazi. Kevin, thanks so much for visiting with me today.
You're very welcome.
And you are a district sales manager for Dairyland Seed, correct?
That is correct.
Can you tell me a little bit about Dairyland Seed and what you do for Dairyland Seed?
Sure. So Dairyland Seed was family owned for over 100 years, and now we're part of the Great Corteva Network. And what I do is I represent Northeast Wisconsin. I have 10 or 11 counties in Wisconsin and all the UP with 14 dealers underneath me that represent Dairyland Seed.
Right. And today we're actually out in a field and we're doing some test plots, correct?
That is correct. So what all happens, what we're doing today is we have 12 different varieties with 4 different companies. And what we're doing is we have from 90-day corn up to 96-day corn. And what we do is we plant that all the same. In fall, when it's ready to harvest, we will come out here and we will see the differences between yield, dry down, test weight, and all that other good stuff that's important at harvest.
Right, and are you picking these varieties, or
Nick and I picked them together.
Okay.
It's just one of those things that he plants Dairyland, so I picked the varieties he plants on his farm. And this just kind of gives us a snapshot. It's not perfect, but it gives us a lot of good data that we use.
Well, tell me some of the things that you have to go through to ensure that we have the same variety in each little plot.
I order seed early. I mean, Dairyland sends an email out in February, March, and we pick all our varieties that we want. I have a nice little stockpile at my house. They come in 30,000 bags, which is about a third of a regular bag, a little bit more than that. And that's usually plenty for putting in plots. Like this one is 8 rows. Every 8 rows is a different variety.
Okay, and the process with the planter, explain that a little bit.
Yeah, so because Nick's got a center fill planter, which you've seen, we shut the main hoppers off and then we take the caps off, the little cups we call them, and every cup gets a different 8 rows will be the same, and then the other 8 rows will be a different variety.
Right, and between varieties, you vacuum out, essentially just vacuum out.
We vacuum out each one all the way. It's not perfect, but we do it the same for each variety, and I've been doing plots like this for 20 years.
Right. So, what does Dairyland Seed do with that, the data from these plots?
The data is huge because it's on farm, which is important because everybody comes on your farm that wants to have you buy their seed, and they always have the best seed. Well, this is say, hey Nick, well this variety did really good in your plot.
Right.
So this is a very fair. We'll have 1 or 2 weigh wagons at harvest time, and that we measure weight. And we, like I said, we do test weight and moistures, which is very important because every corn is different.
Right. Then how do you personally use all this information that you're gathering?
We show the data, good or bad, and we put it on one nice spreadsheet for my district alone, and I can show, okay, well, here's what these varieties did locally in your area.
What follow-up do you have with this plot? You had mentioned that you had Wagons and things like that, but what do you do during the year on your plot?
So every corn comes up a little different. You know, they're kind of like our own little babies, and several other people will be joining me from Dairyland, and we will walk and we do emergence scores. Of course, we do population counts, and we check for planting depth, and we just see how different corns handle different environments. So let's say we would get cold and wet. There's going to be some corns might come up yellow, other ones will stay nice and green. We call those tougher corns. But so we keep an eye on this and all season long. So I'll walk this field several times this year before harvest.
Right. And how many test plots do you normally do, both corn and soybeans?
I have about 24 to 25 total throughout my district. I have 6 silage, at least 15 grain corn, and then about 6 soybeans.
Yeah, so I should ask, what do you do in your free time?
Yeah.
But I'm joking,
Snowmobile.
of course.
Snowmobile.
Yes, in the wintertime, yes. Kevin, thank you so much for your time today and just going through how to put in a test plot. I think every farmer should put, maybe not this quite of an intense test plot in, but a test plot of some sort. So thank you so much for your time.
You're very, very welcome. Thank you for having me.
So for Life on the Farm, I'm Jeremy Hansen.
The dirt will be flying and engines roaring. Of course, we're talking about a truck and tractor pull. Michelle is here from the Mishicot FFA alumni. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Maureen.
Introduce us to this event. It's actually a pretty new one for your team.
Yes, this will be our 3rd annual. It's coming up on Saturday, June 3rd, and it starts at 1 o'clock in the afternoon with the Lena mini and modified truck pullers until about 5, and then at 6 we have the NEW Motorsports coming in.
What can people expect from the day? Certainly lots of family entertainment.
Yeah, it's fun, free and fun event for the whole family. If you enjoy being outdoors, enjoy the trucks and tractors, and just people in general, come out and enjoy food and refreshments and have a good time.
Lots of different vehicles I thought was cool. There was some
Yes.
trucks, some semis, you had different sized tractors. Looks like you guys take pride in putting on a diverse show for people.
Yes, we certainly do, and it's been a couple years that we've been doing this, and before it was kind of quiet, so we wanted the community to have an event to come to and enjoy.
Certainly this is sponsored by the FFA and a number of community partners. Talk about what the profits go to when people are there. Certainly a free event, but there are ways that you can raise money within it.
Sure. So we have businesses that sponsor to get the truck pulls to our event, and also in what we want to do is fundraise for our students at Mishicot FFA so that they can go to leadership and career development events, Washington Leadership Conference, help with their supervised ag experiences, whether they're building greenhouses, raising goats. There's a multiple things that these students really get involved with and enjoy and build their confidence in becoming, young adults.
We have to talk about the food. Any great truck and tractor pull has great food, right?
Yeah, we got the basic, brats and burgers and hamburgers and some beverages. So, we would appreciate anybody who wanted to come down and enjoy the day.
Let's talk a little bit about your involvement with FFA. I love that you're getting involved because your kids and your husband are passionate about it. Why do you enjoy giving back?
It's the companionship with the other adults, the other parents, talking with the students, learning more about them and what they enjoy to do, and we just have a good time.
For people who aren't as familiar with FFA, you sort of ticked off a number of the things. Your children were involved in FFA. What did they do, and are people surprised sometimes by all the things that FFA is now in a modern capacity?
Well, I think from back when I was in high school to what it is now, things have really kind of
blossomed, right? Yeah.
Correct. They've blossomed. Those kids are busy. They're involved. We have a good floral department. The kids are making flowers and learning about soil and dirt and just anything else that they can get their hands into. They help also with Thanksgiving meal for the community.
Oh, nice.
Just a bunch of other things.
And it sounds like the community really enjoys supporting them. You said this was a pretty new event, but people have shown up and really turned out.
Yes, absolutely. People do appreciate it. Like I said, we have our floral program that the kids get involved in. We just had the Mother's Day plant sale. The students grew the plants, raised the plants, and you know, everybody likes coming to that event too. So
life skills, speaking experience, all of them through FFA and through supporters like the Alumni Association. We want to give you another look at all of the details for the Mishicot FFA Alumni Annual Truck and Tractor Pull. Just head to Mishicot Village Park on Saturday, June 3rd. The pulls start at 1 with those mini and modified events. Then it's the NEW Motorsports Pull starting at 6. Admission is free, but bring a few bucks for some food and maybe kick in towards some of those fundraisers for these students. Thank you and congratulations on your event.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for spending part of it with us.